Oh, everything was going so well. Jack Henry. Oh no. What does that mean? Is he out for the first half of the year now? He's all right. So let's just go back a step. He's played in the match simulation game against Hawthorn and played a half and was dominating, kicking a couple of goals with his brother kicked a few as well, about four. And it was the Henry show, wasn't it? And this is going to be good watching this all year. And unfortunately, after two periods of the match sim, Jack Henry starts complaining of foot soreness. And a similar type of injury to what he's had last year, which kept him out for a little bit. So the reports coming out from the club, from the medical people, are that he is out for the medium term. What does that mean? I've got no idea because you never really know what's a medium term. Is that like 4 weeks? Is that 8 weeks? Is that don't even talk to us until round 15? Maybe we'll get him back for the finals. Maybe we won't. I don't know. It's I'm worried about. I'm not so much worried for the club, but worried for him and his place in the side. And I think clearly it opens up a few more opportunities for some other people. Zach Guthrie was part of the 22, but I would say he's not 100% a lock in the 22, guaranteed, unless he keeps performing at the same level he did last year. So he's probably breathing a little easier now without Henry. Maybe they're different types of players, and clearly Jack Henry can go forward and be pretty damaging in that part of the ground as well. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it? We'll see what happens, I guess. I think we've got a pretty deep list at the moment. It's very hard for spots in the squad, so I imagine we'll cover reasonably well. We'll just shuffle some players around and so forth, and there won't be necessarily a like for like replacement or someone who can swing back and forward like Jack Henry does. But it's just for me, it's just a big troubling thing around how long is he out for, and if it's what comes one of these ones where it just drags on and on and on and we don't get him back until, doomsday scenario around 17 or 18. Are we really going to bring him into the side at the expense of someone else, especially if we've gone deep? And I want to say deep. We've won lots of games and we're cemented in the top four or thereabouts. Was it worth bringing someone in who hasn't played all year? I don't know. I'm clearly overreacting. Clearly I am overreacting, but. Yeah, with Hawkins out as well, and Duncan got a little old man injury again. I think it was his calf or something like that. So yeah, it's a bit of a worry. I don't know how we're going to go the first half of the year. I think I was pretty confident we'd go all right early doors, but I imagine we'd lose a few games. And I did predict. And I'll do my predictions again before the start of the season because you got to, when you do these things way early, you reserve the right to change them. But I think I'm still going to probably have the Cats around 5 or 6 on the ladder, just with a few things going on. Even though the list looks fantastic, it is very hard to do it 2 years in a row, and there's a lot of other clubs that are just getting better all the time. So I don't know. It's a tough one. I hope he's okay. Yeah, look. Who knows? Maybe I'll do this video and then I'll look back in a few weeks' time and he's lining up for round one. Who knows? Maybe, but I think they've been very cautious with him. They value him quite a lot, and they'd hate for this injury to get a whole lot worse because they've rushed him back. Our policy has been for the last few years, since about 2020 really, to play the long game with players and get them ready in September. We've tried to bring players back well too early before their time, and they were cooked come finals. So especially the older guys, but you don't want to rush a young guy back. He's still one of our younger guys before he's ready, and just make that injury worse. And then you set him back for the rest of the year, and then he's missed a whole year of footy and possibly even part of the pre-season, who knows? But and then he's got to just find his place again in this team, and that takes a little while. You don't hit the ground running round 1, 2024. Anyway, clearly this is an overreaction video. What are your thoughts, though? What do you think? Am I overreacting? Are you having similar thoughts that the sky is falling and all this sort of stuff? Is this me just being a Geelong supporter growing up during the dark days when we did win grand finals and had that really poor trot after 1995. We were in the wilderness for quite some time. It's starting to come back. We just won a grand final a few months ago. What am I doing? All right, tell me I'm way off in the comments, please. Please, someone set me straight. Clearly, I've woken up on the wrong side of the bed and I've had a bad dream or something like that. So let me know what you think. As always, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and go Cats.